Hey guys, real quick, I wanted to share an experience I just recently had, and this is the reason why I always recommend buyers to have their own representation, sellers to have their own representation on the purchase or the sale of their homes. And we were in this transaction where the seller had stated that they had renovated the entire home, including the plumbing to the home. Well, guess what? We did inspections, and I always make sure after, if the home is a certain age, I always make sure we do a scope inspection. And there were 65 feet of sewer plumbing that had not been replaced. This is costly, you guys. It's costly to replace after they had stated that it was in fact replaced. So we found out about this through a scope inspection, which is why I always recommend, hey, have your own representation. Have somebody that you know and trust, who has experience, knows how to deal with these type of issues, so that they can be there to look out for you, pretty much to look out for you. When I showed up with all of these inspectors, the listing agent was like, oh my God, I've never seen so many inspectors in my life. I'm like, well, because I don't always need to have all these inspectors, but I know when it is important to have these kind of inspectors. So that's the kind of agent that you want. Somebody who already has experience, is not going to waste your money for no reason, but they're going to let you know when it is that you should have a particular type of inspection done. They will know how to renovate, how to negotiate your transaction, how to negotiate credits. I went back to this agent and I was like, listen, pretty much my buyer feels like they've been lied to. You're selling this home, you're listing this home, and the agent, poor lady, she didn't know any better. She didn't know that the whole entire plumbing had not been replaced, but it was the seller. So, thankfully we know how to deal with these kind of situations, so that way our buyers, or, right now that's who I'm representing, are being able to obtain a fair value for their homes, or a credit, so they can correct whatever it is that needs to be corrected. Okay, so same thing for sellers. You always want to make sure that you have your own representation. What happens is that when the other party shows up and they have representation, you don't have representation, guess what? You don't do this every day. Something is going to be at some point in the favor of the other party who has representation, who does this every day, who's an expert at doing these kind of things. So always recommend representations. I can share a bunch of different stories with you on things that have come up in different transactions, whether we're representing the buyer or representing the seller, that if it wasn't for the fact that they had somebody who knew what was happening, or knew how to protect them better, then they would have been in a worse position. So there you have it, guys. Please use representation. Please use somebody that you trust, somebody who has experience, and that's pretty much what I want to share with you. Okay, have a good day.